Tropical Storm Erin right now, however, Hurricane Erin is on the horizon. What we're watching for here is intensification over the next few days. And as you can see from this map, this storm is just a fish storm right now. You can identify it by satellite. You can see that spin out in the middle of the Atlantic. 45-mile-per-hour wind speeds, and it's moving to the west at about 23 miles an hour. It's a bit fast for tropical storms. That's a pretty decent movement. You can see its exact track, its historical track here, all the way off the coast of Africa into the middle of the Atlantic. Now, it looks like it's a long ways to travel, but could it travel and sustain itself all the way to the East Coast? Yes, some models want it to. Now, we're still about a week away from knowing if that's actually going to happen, at least 5 days away from knowing if that's actually going to happen. So we've got a lot of questions before we get there, right? One of the things that I can answer for you is that this storm is likely to intensify to a hurricane, at least a Category 1 hurricane, but a few other models want to bring it to Category 2 or Category 3. So could this be a major hurricane? Yes, but we are still so far off the coast. By the time that we get to Friday morning, we still have a lot of time to prepare. I think a few advisories are being issued right now, but other than that, we don't have any watches or warnings in place. Those could come as we get into the weekend. Now let's talk about models. Model guidance is telling us most models are agreeing with this track right here. They're actually agreeing all the way up until Saturday morning. After Saturday morning, there's a few questions that start to come in the mix. Is this thing going to turn up to the north and ride the East Coast all the way up to the north? Is it going to turn before then and not get anywhere close to the U.S.? Or is it going to continue on its path straight west into the U.S.? Now, these are the questions that we cannot answer for you quite yet. And I think that you're going to see this consensus from these models as we head into Saturday. And then all of a sudden, they start to split off as we go into Monday. And I wish this moved just a little bit farther to the west. There we go. Okay, so now you're starting to see that models are splitting off from each other, right? Some models want to take this straight up to the north. Some want to continue it on that track to the west, and that could impact the U.S. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We probably won't know for at least the next 5 to 7 days. So we're keeping an eye on it for you. It's just a fish storm right now, but we're giving you tons of warning, tons of warning time to see what this storm will do. We're at Erin right now. That's our 5th named storm of the season. We're at Fernand for our next named storm. Has not been identified yet, but we have 2 other areas of concern. This first concern up to the north. It's a low, very low chance for anything to form up to the north, just off the East Coast here. And we've got an area just outside of New Orleans. Also a pretty low chance for any formation. However, just something to keep an eye on. And just a reminder that we are expecting several more named storms as we head into the end of August. I know that it was a very slow start to the season. However, we expect it to be a pretty active end of the hurricane season. So as we get into August, September, we still should see quite a bit of activity. It's pretty normal for this time of the year. It's pretty normal to see a lot more activity as we head into the end of August and early September.